Good morning, beautiful people. Welcome back to another video. For those new here, my name is Pete. Some call me Pilot Pete. I'm a Boeing 767 airline pilot, and today we are in Memphis, Tennessee. Kind of an unusual environment to start my videos as a commuter living in New York City. I normally try to avoid trips that start or end in Memphis, but here we are. We're in Memphis. We got a hotel for one night, paid for by myself. Like I said, I'm based here, so it's my responsibility. But overall, it's a pretty good trip. Let's dive into it. So as you can see here from my schedule, it is a trip that's in green. Green means it's a back end deadhead. So it starts in Memphis, ends somewhere else. For me, this trip is pretty freaking good because it ends in Newark, pretty much my hometown. So we dive into the trip, and here's a little snapshot of it. It starts today, and we have two legs today, which isn't my favorite. And the worst part about this first day is the sit time. So pilots will all agree nothing stinks more than sitting in the airport, pretty much not getting paid. If you're not flying, you're not getting paid. There are some caveats to that, but for our discussion right now, we're going Memphis to Boston. It's a 2 hour and 45-minute flight, but then we sit in Boston for 3 hours and 18 minutes. No fun, no fun, no fun. It being peak for us basically means, we're moving the most stuff between Thanksgiving and New Year's. It's pretty normal to have odd schedules. Normally I'm only doing one leg a day, but here we are, we're doing two. So we sit in Memphis for those 3 hours, and we head to Newark, which is great because I have a little layover in Newark, about 15 and a half hours. So enough time to finally get my hair cut, work out, and sleep in my own bed. After that 15 and a half hour layover, we're waking up and we're going transcon Newark to LAX. So even though it's a long flight, it's going to be over 6 hours with the headwinds, especially now in the winter. About 100 knot headwinds going from east to west. It's nice because it's one long leg, which is great, and then the layover is sweet. It's just about 40 hours in LA, so definitely link up with some friends, get a workout in, maybe some in and out, finally hammer down that order that everyone's been chirping out saying I'm not ordering the right way. And then the best part about this trip is the last leg. Another transcon. We're going LAX to Newark bright and early, 7 a.m. But for me, that'll be around 10 a.m. local. And then we land in Newark at 3 p.m. local with a back end deadhead. So the trip ends, as far as the flying goes, in Newark, but my company is responsible for paying to get me back to my base in Memphis. So I'll deviate from that. That just basically says, hey, I'm not going to take this scheduled flight. I bank that money and I'll be on my way. I'm actually going to be heading to a family party as soon as we land. So that's the schedule. As always, if you want to come along for the ride, let's go do it. Well, the plan this morning was to wake up early, which I did, mission accomplished, and then go for a run. But look at the weather in Memphis. Pouring rain, it's a little chilly. Overcast, not the best day to go for a run outside. So I got some people down there. They're getting after it in the gym. So that's what I'll probably do. Nice and easy. Just go down there, use the treadmill or the elliptical. But look at this. This is going to be a total bummer all freaking day. Look at this weather. Just opened up the weather app. I'm in the blue dot in Memphis, and this entire weather is going to Boston and New York, the two places where I have to go today. So today's going to be a fun day as a first officer doing the walkarounds. All right, folks, we made it down to the hotel gym. You already know it's non-negotiable. Speaking of which, those shirts should be on their way to my house as we speak. So hopefully I make it to my apartment and they're there. I can do a little unboxing, show you guys what's going to be up on the website here soon. 3 miles, I think, is the plan. Maybe we'll do 4, maybe we'll do 5. See how the giraffe legs feel. Let's go run. That was no joke. 4 miles. Tried different speeds. Started off nice and slow, and then went for sub 7:30, and then last half mile sub 7, which is big for me.
cramp right now, but never feels bad. So I gotta workout done before 9 a.m. Post run, came to my favorite breakfast spot in Memphis, Sunrise Cafe. Check this order out. We went with the biscuit, sausage, bacon, eggs, grits, pancake, and a side of turkey bacon. Time to fuel up after the treadmill run before we hit the gym. Folks, hello from the windy, cold ramp in Memphis, Tennessee. That weather formation I showed you guys earlier in my hotel room is pushing to the northeast right in time for our arrival into Boston. Just met up with the captain, reviewed the flight. We're taking off the runway 36s since the wind's coming from the north. It'll be a 3-6 right departure for us today, and then 2 hours and like 45-ish minutes up to Boston. Should be pretty smooth sailing until we get to the Washington DC area. That's when the weather is right now. By the time, like I said, we get to Boston, we could just beat it, but probably not. The TAF METAR is calling the weather to be like light rain and like 1,500 overcast on time of arrival, so we'll see. But I wanted to show you guys, I got asked the other day about the tires. The manufacturer of the tires is Goodyear, which I know because it says Goodyear on the side of the tire. But as you can see here, this right main tire is pretty worn. Look at the comparison with the tread on that one to that one. There's no rhyme or reason. Obviously, you know, they just get worn down at different times depending on who's landing the airplane. If I'm landing it, barely any tread is going to be torn off because we all know 10 out of 10 landing all day long. But like I was saying, as you can see here, it's pretty worn. So maintenance is out front. I talked to them and they came and tried to explain it to me. Basically, even though you can see slight threads there, it's actually still good to go. So Goodyear, who does millions of hours of testing on these Boeing 767 tires, knows exactly what's allowed, what's safe, what's permissible, and maintenance just brings out their little measurement stick, measures the width, and if it doesn't exceed that, we're good to go. So I was just curious. I knew it would be fine because I've seen tires a lot more worn than that. So like I said, I just had maintenance come over, check it out, and he explained it to me like, hey, this is what our manuals say and all that good stuff. So checking over the 7.6, she's all set to go. Windy Memphis to windy, cold Boston, and then it's gonna be a no fun 3-hour sit in Boston, and then our second legs to Newark. So let's go fly. Hello from Boston Logan International. We landed runway 27. Nice short flight because we had about a 70-knot tailwind pushing us to the east. Got to hear everyone having to hold going to Newark because that entire weather pattern was hitting Newark right when we were flying over it. So I didn't get to see my hometown. Flew right over JFK. Couldn't see the city or anything. Just overcast skies, and then landed ILS runway 27, my landing. So here's the thing, before I give you my grade. If you were sitting in the back, you would have no idea everything that went down. You just feel the last end result, right? So the end result was beautiful, smooth, touchdown, nice and soft. So you in the back would probably give me a nice high rating. However, since I'm an honorable grader, I did flare a little bit late. I started my round out a little bit late. I kind of had to abruptly pull it back on the controls to kind of save it from slamming into the runway. So although the end result was good, the entire approach to landing, there's room for improvement. Just the coming over the water, sometimes you got it, sometimes you don't. So I'll be honest, we're gonna go with a 6.9 out of 10 on the landing in runway 27. And Boston's fun though. Boston's a cool airport to come into. It's busy, a lot of turning and speeds. We're kind of in and out of these clouds. It's nighttime. It was fun to fly in here. But now the bummer part, I got about 3 hours here until our next leg to Newark. So I'm just hanging out, gonna eat some grub in the break room. We got the Christmas tree up. And then next stop will be Newark, so I'll see you guys out on the pre-flight for Newark. Raining here in Boston, of course, right when I'm trying to do my walk around. Protect the hair at all costs, folks. We're all set to go. 16,000 feet is a cruising altitude for our very short flight. It's about 40 minutes en route to Newark. Autopilot monitoring. Let's get the heck out of here and get home. Woo! Made it back to the apartment. I'm not gonna lie, I'm extremely tired. It is 1 a.m. local. Good flight, weather the whole way. This rain literally followed me, or I followed it, I should say. Memphis, Boston, Newark. We landed runway 22 left, captain's leg. He did a nice job. Went to the hotel, captain got out. I grabbed a Uber, and now I'm back at my apartment for the next 12, 13, 14 hours or so. So going to bed. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Beautiful people, good morning from New York City. We made it, we got some good sleep. Now we're heading to Equinox. We're meeting up with a buddy for a workout. I see him right there, there he is. We'll get that workout in, get a haircut and get this mop taken care of, and then we gotta head to the airport soon. So let's enjoy a little bit of New York City layover. All right, just finished a workout with my buddy Neil. Neil, say what's up to the channel.
What's up, everyone?
Tell the people where we met.
Dominican Republic.
And
Coming out of the pandemic.
Yeah, it was. And what year? Do you remember?
2021.
21. Yeah, it was New Year's 2021. I remember the story vividly. We were at an all-inclusive together in Dominican, not together, but in our own. He was by himself. I was by myself. You were sitting with two girls at dinner. I think it was like the Asian all-inclusive spot, right?
Yeah.
I was sitting by myself, and then you were one of the girls. Were like, "Hey, are you eating by yourself?" And I was like, "I am. Like, you want to join us?" So they made the party of 3 a party of 4, and then
awesome.
we partied till way past midnight.
Yeah.
I know that for sure.
So like 5, 6 a.m.
Yeah. Neil lives in Vegas. He hit me up when he was in New York. We just finished a non-negotiable workout. He threw me through a ringer. That was nice.
Yeah, you'll see a little preview here in a second.
Yeah, a little preview. So it was good, buddy. Always nice seeing you. Thanks for coming and saying hi. Off to get the haircut. If you ever find yourself in New York City, you want to come to the crossroads of 30th and 2nd Ave and come to Kips Bay Deli, the best deli bodega in the neighborhood. They give you a punch card. Every 7 sandwich is free. They're all very friendly. Very good sandwich. Say what's up to the people. How we doing? Good.
Beautiful.
How we doing? How we doing?
Sandwich.
This is how we do it here. Let's go. Let's go.
My friend, your sweet sandwich.
It's the best in the biz. Tell people how good this place is. This is the place you gotta be. This is the place you gotta be. All right, New York City layover, short but sweet. Got to work out. Didn't get my hair cut. I could probably tell my barber wasn't gonna be there on time, so had to opt for delaying that. Now we're walking to the PATH train. The PATH train, kind of like the New York City subway, just different line. Takes me into Jersey. I'm getting off at the Newport stop. It's kind of near our hotel, and then I'll take the company provided transportation that's going to pick up the captain and myself from our layover hotel and bring us to Newark. But hey, about 15-ish hours at home, paid to be here. Not too shabby. This walk kind of stinks, but at least it's not raining. Pouring rain, I wouldn't be doing this, but get some fresh air. I'll see you guys on the ramp in Newark. Beautiful people from the ramp in Newark, New Jersey. We are here. Quiet. Planes loaded. We're here early. It's still a little bit light out. We're about to do a transcon to LAX. It's going to be my leg. 6 hours. Who am I? Newark to LA. I think this is twice now in like 2.5, 3 weeks. Feeling good. Got to stay at home, get a workout in. The train worked out. Met with the captain at the hotel. Got here, no problem. It's not that cold out. I mean, Christmas is right around the corner. I guess by the time this comes out, Christmas just happened. We're in the holiday spirit. We're feeling good. Weather's good. They're taking off the runway we like to take off from. That's runway 4, which is right by our ramp. So as you can see here, the airplanes are taxiing out. It makes for a much quick taxi and departure for this big girl 767 heading to Los Angeles, California. Just got fueling up, and once we get our 60,000 plus pounds of fuel on board, our catering's on board. I got my homemade steak is on board with me. Nothing like having a home cooked meal on your transcon flight. Just over 6 hours, like I said, 34,000 feet to start, step climbing up to 36, then 38 is the game plan. We'll see you in LA. We just landed LA and someone come and say hi to me. What's up, Chris? LA expert, hard worker. Look how cloudy it is here. Crazy. Chris says he watches the vlog, so we appreciate it, man. Thank you for the support. Thanks for all your hard work. Thank you, man. Hello from LA, Los Angeles, California. Could you guys see how cloudy and foggy it was? I got a smile on my face because this is why I love flying so much. It was really, really cool. We had clear skies the entire flight. Could see Las Vegas, the bright lights of Vegas flying to the West Coast. It was turbulence over Denver, pretty bad, like moderate. Our plane was kind of getting rocked around. Captain and I looked at each other. He went like that, I went like that. We're both like, all right, we'll just keep riding out. So it's funny to me that I had a big smile on my face because I just think of like my girlfriend and other people that talk to me how much they're freaked out by turbulence. It's just no big deal. Keep it moving. Airplane's perfectly safe, perfectly fine. But fun flight because actually I didn't do the landing. So it was my leg. I flew 9% of the flight. But getting the weather, as we're about to start the descent into LA, the RVR, which is the runway visual range, basically the visibility to land the airplane, went down to a number where I legally could not land the plane, meaning the airplane had to do an auto land. So the only person who can do an auto land at our company are the captains. So we had to switch controls, which is just, hey, you have the airplane, I become the pilot monitoring, and technically the captain did the landing, but actually he didn't, the airplane did it. So it's hard to explain. I wish I could have a GoPro strapped to my head to show you guys, but basically I could see the entire city lights. Well, you can see that too. City lights, all into the Los Angeles metro area. And then as we're descending on the glide path, coming down to land runway 25, about 500 feet above the ground, so like less than 30 seconds prior to touchdown, I could see the entire sky and the city, but there's just this fog layers right over the marina, right over the airport, and we just dipped right into the clouds, couldn't see a thing. The bright lights of the airport start flashing, and then right around like 100 feet or so, the airplane, we could visually see it, but the airplane then comes, rounds out, flares all on its own, and does a Cat 3 auto land. So Cat 3 just means category 3. As you can see by the approach chart here, this is the ILS, the 25 left into LA, and we landed using ILS Cat 3. 50 foot is our radio altimeter. We don't even need to be able to, RVR can be as low as 600, 600, and 300. We had more than that, but these lights pop off, meaning you can see them from afar. And yeah, the airplane literally landed itself on runway 25 left. And then when we taxied off, we couldn't see hardly anything. So air traffic control, they can't see us from the tower, so they're just using their systems that they have in place with our transponder. Basically sends off, they basically can just see us moving on their computer. They can't see us visually. So all in all, made for a interesting last 30 minutes after that long 6-hour flight. But we're here in LA, got about a 34-hour layover, so going to bed now because it's 11:30 East Coast time. I'm tired, and I'm gonna do my best to stay on East Coast clock. Wake up early here and get after it. So good night for now. I'll see you tomorrow. Beautiful people. Good morning from not so sunny Los Angeles, California. What the heck? I feel like every time I come here, it's cold, it's rainy. Sheesh. Look at that. Must be Cat 3 still landing at LAX, but we woke up early, at least West Coast time early, 6 a.m., but it's only 9 o'clock body clock. Stretched a little bit. Now we're gonna go on our little run. Gonna actually head to Venice canals. So the last time I was here, captain I flew with told me about it. He said it was a pretty cool place, kind of like the canals of Venice in Italy. They have like a little makeshift one here in LA. So it's a little close, less than a mile. So I'm gonna go for a run there, run around, see the Christmas lights, bring you guys along with me, and we'll get some food. We'll have ourselves a little day here in LA. All right, we made it to the Venice canals in Los Angeles. Pretty cool. This is sweet. The fog definitely gives it a pretty cool ambiance. Bright and early, you got some duckies, quack quack, Christmas decorations. I guess I'll just kind of run up and down, up and around. But the famous Venice canals, this is cool. I like it here. I think my new go-to spot. Let's go check out how the run is in the Venice canals. Hopefully I don't fall in. That's my only nerve. Came by my favorite breakfast spot, the Hive. We're going with a breakfast burrito, acai bowl with mango and granola and strawberries. Last time I was here, I got the bacon, egg, and cheese. It was phenomenal, so I'm hoping I don't screw myself by getting something that's not as good. All right, we got our run done, our work done, most of it at least, back to the hotel room. Now, gonna go to our second favorite place. You already know, folks, non-negotiable. We're getting our workout in. Leg day today. And then right next door will be dinner. Tender Greens. Look at how convenient that is. Let's go. I've been in this place, Tender Greens, a bunch when I'm in Marina Del Rey, LA layover. Look at that. Some freshly cooked steak, roasted potatoes, rice, $20 home cooked meal. Not as much steak as I'd like, but we'll make do. Bon appetito. So I just had a wild experience at the grocery store. I went and grabbed some treats for my long flight tomorrow, some yogurt, some pack of turkey, just to eat on my 5-hour transcon. But I was in line and the lady in front of me just probably going off on me for some reason, because I like poked my head around just to see if like there was an express lane or something, and she started yelling at me, you're not cutting me, are you? And all this stuff. And I was like, whoa. I was like, no, absolutely not. Don't worry. Like, it's all good. It's Christmas. Like, relax. With a big smile on my face. She's obviously having a bad day. I was like, I would never cut you. Anyway, that was like a little 10-second confrontation. Then I'm paying in my lane like 2 minutes later, and this random different person comes up to me and she's like, hey, I'm really sorry for how that lady just treated you. Have some free Chick-fil-A on me, and hands me this Be Our Guest Chick-fil-A card. And I was like, excuse me? She's like, yeah, I saw and heard the interaction. I didn't like how she treated you, and I thought how you handled it was really nice. So like, I want to gift you this Chick-fil-A thing. So I was like, no, give it to someone who could use it. Like, I'm good. And she's like, no, please, I have plenty. I really want you to take it. So I took it graciously, said thank you. She said Merry Christmas. I said Merry Christmas. So it's always better to be kind, people. Smile, relax. We all got a lot going on. I realize that. Trust me, I do too. And I get in bad moods too. But to take it out on others, never a win. And if you act nicely, you never know who's watching. Maybe score yourself some free Chick-fil-A. Good morning, beautiful people from LA. Crazy to think that's the taxiway and the runways. Just pre-flight of the 767. We're about an hour late leaving. It's craziness right now with the weather, a lot of load, unload stuff going on. It's hectic around here, but that's crazy just to look at that out there and be like, hey, we got to take off. People are landing in that. Thankfully, these machines are so freaking advanced. They can land in weather like this where you literally can't see the runway till either the last minute or maybe not at all if you have the capability of a Cat 3 auto land. So yeah, we got 5 hours to Newark. Like I said, we're running a little bit late. I wouldn't normally mind. I mean, I don't mind. It is what it is. Part of the job. So I got a family party I'm trying to get to, so I'm gonna be a little bit late for that, but that's okay. As expected, it happens. Such is life. Not gonna fret the small things, but yeah, that's where we're heading. That's runway 25 left right there, taking off to the west. So that's where our departure runway is gonna be. And you just can't see anything. It's crazy. I don't know, I get a kick out of that. I think it's pretty cool. So there are special procedures and like charts. It's called SMIGS charts, basically low visibility for days just like this. So there's only certain ways air traffic control can direct us since they can't visually see us. They're just gonna be using their computer, kind of like our inbound here. So like I said, it'll be my leg to monitor since I flew here 5 hours. Next stop is LA, or come on now. Next stop is Newark, New Jersey. Let's do it. So kind of like the tires I was explaining earlier about the thread and how much tear there can be. It's also the same with the engine blade. So as you can see, that engine blade right there has a little bit of wear, but maintenance comes over. They kind of shave it so it stays smooth, and there's allowable kind of fray that's allowed on each engine blades. I don't know the exact number. It's not my job to know that, but maintenance gets told by the engine manufacturer saying, hey, it can be this much like that in order to still be safe. So these obviously get like stress factors and all that kind of stuff, but it's interesting to see. There's one right there that has a little bit of that, but again, perfectly safe to go fly. Let's go to Newark.
Folks, we made it back to Newark. Overall good flight. Got out of there about like 2 hours late with the fog, the pushback late, the delay because of the weather. But like I said, we made it. Went back into the city, got my hair cut, made it to my family Christmas party. A lot of fun seeing everyone. And then now we're back home in the childhood bedrooms. We're spending Christmas and a couple days after hanging out here with my parents. But before I sign off, I wanted to show you guys what just came in the mail. Went with 2 colors, super stoked. You asked for them, I wanted them, so here they are. Official, non-negotiable Pilot Pete Fly t-shirts. We got the 767 right there on the side. You already know the mantra, folks. Each and every day, it's non-negotiable. Physical health, mental health. We're getting in the gym, we're moving our body, we're going for a walk, whatever it may be. Here it is right here, on sale now, pilotpetefly.com. Black, and then we got the white as well. And of course, because I end up cutting all my shirts anyway, I had to make the cutoff ones with the plane on the back there. So I'll be rocking these at the gym and in all of my videos. But super excited. Like I said, you can go check them out online. Feel free to help support the channel. Zero pressure, obviously. They're there for fun. If you want to check them out, go ahead and order one today. But as always, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you had an amazing Christmas and holiday season. This will be the last video in 2024. Pretty crazy. I made it a goal to drop a video every Sunday for this entire year, and I did that. I hope some of you enjoy these videos. I enjoy making them, so I'm not going to be stopping. We might be changing the format up a little bit. Maybe just doing more videos in between the kind of the vlogs on Sunday. Haven't really figured that out yet. Got some things stirring up here that I just have to get out on paper and in videos, but stay tuned for that. As always, hit me up on Instagram, pilotpetefly.com. I get back to all my messages. Just make sure you follow me first or I won't be able to see the DM. Like I said, 2024 is coming to a close. I really appreciate all the likes and subscribes and comments. It really means a lot to me. Thanks for watching. Until next time, be safe, fly safe, and I'll see ya.